Alright, hello everyone. Here we are back for another tutorial here, Santa Ventura Hole 8 par 4. And let's see what we can get on this one. Looks like quite the different wind here. Tailwind. From the third tee box, I do highly recommend that you guys go over towards the right, be a little bit aggressive with the way that you go about doing this. Sometimes I might go into landscape. With this wind, I'm not going to. I'm just going to use my max foam curl. And, I'll usually use maybe about 10% extra. So elevation, 10%, like this. I don't know what my opponent's doing. Looks like trying to get over towards the... It just wasn't as much as I would have liked to have seen. It looks like, I would have been using more curl than that had it been me. That's why it was confusing me a little bit. It didn't seem quite aggressive enough. And there it ends up in the right. In the rough there, just short of the fairway. And what I'll try to do is I'll always try to go this way. It's always going to give you, even if you get in the rough, you'll usually be down far enough where you're okay. So what you'll usually see me do, very little topspin. And did I push in 11.2? I'm looking at about 10 rings in this situation. So if I start here, I go to here, and then go to here. I'm also going to come off the power. It is a little bit of a tailwind, so you'll see kind of where I'm setting my power. Great ball to the left. You do really want to hit those perfects. Hopefully I have enough curl and enough of a launch. It looks like I did to be able to, but it didn't hold the fairway. So you'll see that you will have to be very close, careful with how much your power you add. The only difference this is really going to cause is I'm not going to be able to get a B52 on it now, but I'll still be able to get to the green. So that's one of the reasons that you'll see me go over this way. My opponent, especially with this wind, kind of blindsides himself a little bit, whereas I don't. So here you'll see that I'll go... with a Nirvana, you'll see that, in the case of a headwind, there's going to be more wind effect. So you're going to see me keep that plus 10% elevation. It has less to do with the elevation and more to do with the actual wind. So had it been, a side wind or a tailwind, maybe I'd use a normal 0 elevation. But you are going to see me go just a little bit more adjustment because of that fact. And, I'll just try to kind of scan this and try to figure out, it looks like about, maybe 80% or so of a club. So you'll see me kind of push up towards 6 rings here. Also offset the ball guide. You can see with what I'm doing with my rollout, I'm keeping it long and through the hole intentionally before going those 6 rings. 6.1 right around there. Perfect ball. Let's see if I offset enough. Looks like just a little bit short. So it looks like I might have needed just a little bit more offset as well. And that's all kind of wind effect there, kind of affecting that ball. And that's why you see me, adding to my elevation and just trying to factor in all that needs to be done. The ball is going to land a bit shorter. That's why you could see that I was kind of intentionally keeping it long and towards the right, because I knew that it was going to condense down. But it looks like, I might have needed just a little bit more ball guide offset as well. So towards the max club, that probably wasn't enough. And I probably should have offset just a little bit longer and towards the right. But here you can see, very straightforward. It's going to give me a very reasonable pitch. And what I would recommend for you guys is, you can either go dunk here, or you can just kind of, use your rollout, kind of set it up right in this fashion, and just, be very careful with perfect balls because, the new needle speed is much faster. So good luck with that hole, guys, and catch you guys on the next tutorial.